and brush through it and then to here. And then what I like to do is I like to take this and I just flip it forward. And let me show you this section that I've pulled actually before I put that down. What I do is I take, and I'm going to take it like to the middle of the head. So it really is just a big piece right here. So right to the round of the head. The back is falling off here, so it's the round of the head. So I'm going to take this piece, and this is going to be our teasing piece. I'm going to be annoying and flip it right in her face. And I ask her forgiveness, so hold that for me. Then what I do is I take the rest of the hair, and I'm just going to pull it back. I just want this to be out of my way for right now. We'll get to this. At this time, you need to plug your flat iron in. We are going to go back and flat iron the hair after we have it in that ponytail. So just go through. And I just like to have this out of my way. So I go through and you can clip it or put a little rubber band around it, whatever you'd like. Okay, so tools you're going to need a comb to tease. You will also need hairspray, lots of hairspray, and a good hairspray. We're not going to get it wet or anything when we're not going to spray it that much. We will need 2 bobby pins, and then we're going to need a small elastic. Now the small elastic is just going to help in just a second. So when you start teasing the hair again, flip it forward, and I like to spray now. So what I do is I spray before and after. So get in there and tease. Start like halfway in the middle and just tease all the way down. And you want to tease, and this is going to be the base of our poof. So this is really important that we just get a lot in there. A lot of the poof. So really kind of push it down. Then do our next section. Pull the next section out. I like to spray again before and after. Halfway through. And just really push it down. Really, no one sees this, and it's going to be crazy messy looking because there's so much in there. Seeing it stands up, that's what you want. If it doesn't stand up, you haven't done enough. Take this last section, besides the section that'll be in the front, and again, just kind of like example, you might have to pull through those little ends. Spray before and then the one for after. And I want to make sure that I get my little pieces. And again, tease. Tease, tease, tease. Lots. We really, really want to stand up. Okay, so it stands up, that's good. Now this last piece. This is a really important piece. This is just a little show piece. So it's just a little patch of hair. We're going to lightly, see how different that is? Do that, but we want it to go back in the way. Now we can start. Now I'm going to spray just a little bit. Go back, and now I can start brushing it back. Because we tease so lightly the front piece, it's going to look very finished looking. It's going to help us pull everything back really nice. You can see the figure starts coming together because the stuff underneath is so teased that we have no choice. And again, because we've separated everything, I'm going to turn it to the side so you can see. Because everything is separated, it helps me pull this back, and you can see it's really poofy still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it straight back, and you pretty much have your shape by now, which is good. So you pretty much have your shape. We're just going to push it forward. Okay, this is why I like to use the little rubber band. And I got my shape there, so I like to rubber band it because it helps stay all day. Especially when we have fine hair sometimes. Fine hair doesn't like to do what we like to do. You can fix the poof, again, and then now I'm going to take these bobby pins again. I'm going to crisscross right where that rubber band is. I'm going to go right through it. So I'm just really anchoring it, and especially... this is especially important that we crisscross and anchor. So this is not going to move. This is like a total masterpiece in her head. If I want to pull it bigger, I can totally pull it bigger. If I need to pull it down, I can pull it down. But because this is anchored so well, she can bounce, she can jump all over, she can You know what, honestly, she could hang out for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. This is going to last until we go to bed. So it's not going to be a problem. So this poof is nice. It's a nice high poof. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the rest of the hair up to this high ponytail, which is right in the center of the head, right here on top. So we're going to come with our brush, just really bring everything up. And it makes it easier. And again, what I like to do is I really like to keep this separate. I don't like to mess with my poof because I've worked so hard to get it perfect. I really just go around it and add it at the very end. So I brush, brush, brush. Until I can pull it, and I get the angle until I'm nice and high up there on top, and then pull the sides up. Okay. So I'm going to pull that to the very, very top, tip top of the head, right where it starts to round. Really am, so you can see how close I am. Really am, right where. This is where my pins are. This is where my ponytail is going to be. My bow is going to sit right in between. So there is a small gap, but that gap leaves an area for the bow to sit nicely. So we have this big gap there, and then we take our little rubber band, our elastic, and we do it nice and tight. Okay, now that the little piece of the poof goes in after, then if I need to push it up, just kind of like I need to do, I can pull that little piece that really is separate. That's why it's so important to have that. Okay, now we have this at the round of the head, we have the hair there, and then now I'm going to go piece by piece and just flat iron it. And I'm not going to walk you through flat ironing it, but take small sections, flat iron it all the way down so it looks incredibly smooth. So do the poof first, have the poof separated, use those pins to push it, and then get that little rubber band way up high, and it's going to be beautiful. So it'll be nice and smooth, okay? So all this really is a finished texture after. Nice and smooth. Okay, then our bow goes in. There's your tutorial on a perfect, nice poof.